Welcome to Paisley. We're joined by Graeme MacPherson, freelance journalist and big St Mirren fan. What's your thoughts ahead of this one this evening, Graeme?
Another big game for St Mirren, Alison. We saw last week it was the kind of historical one, 37 years in the making. They beat Valur 4-1. It was a massive night for the town and the whole club, but now they've got ambitions to go further. You know, the challenge goes up another step now. Brann are a good side. I think they'll come here looking to win as well, so it'll be a lot tougher than next week, but the hope is still there among the St Mirren supporters.
Different kind of night. The rain is battering down. We've not got the sunshine. However, you're looking for the same kind of performance. How hard will that be without the influence of Mark O'Hara?
Yeah, he was huge last week. You know, it was one of his best performances, I think, in a St Mirren shirt. Scored a terrific goal, the third goal for St Mirren on the night. He delivered an assist for the first goal for Sean Rooney, and it looked like he was back to his best. Mark maybe wasn't quite at that level last season that many expected of him, but that performance against Valur was terrific. They got by without him against Hibs at the weekend. They still won 3-0, but I think he will be missed in that midfield tonight. But there have been signings there. Ocean Smith has come in, Dennis Adeniran as well, so Stephen Robinson has bought well. He's got cover in that central area, so hopefully they won't miss Mark too much.
That's what he'd attributed to, that's what he'd alluded to, yesterday in the press conference, that he felt as though there was a wee bit of depth there in the squad. Are you fairly confident they've got enough to cope tonight? Because Brann, I think they're second in the Norwegian League, they're deep into their season, I think they're 18 games in, you know, this is a pretty formidable task tonight.
Yeah, definitely. A team that finished second in the Norwegian League last season as well. They came within a penalty shootout of making the Conference League group stage last season, so it's undoubtedly a step up from Valur, who were competitive and gave them a good game but weren't really at St Mirren's level. So I think St Mirren are going to have to step up again. I think Stephen Robinson's alluded to that as well, that they'll need a really good performance here. And I think realistically they're probably going to have to try and get a win or a draw to take to Norway next week, because I think going over to Bergen next week, needing to win might prove beyond them. So I think they've got another sellout here tonight at the Smizer Stadium. I think they're hoping for maybe 7,500, possibly more. So I think those fans will need to do their bit and hopefully roll the team onto a victory.
Just about to say, can that energy, that positive energy, that atmosphere, I know it's a cliche, we talk about 12th man and everything, but when you can harness that energy of the support, it definitely offers something a bit different, doesn't it?
I think European football and the buzz it's created has been unprecedented around the club. I'm thinking back maybe to the 1980s when you last had that feel where folk were queuing up for hours for tickets, and there's been a real clamour for who wants to go to games and getting seats. And I think, yeah, as you say, the fans will have to do their part. We saw last week against Valur, it was a really noisy atmosphere. As you mentioned earlier, a much nicer night than tonight, but I think if the fans can get behind them and don't get impatient if there isn't an early goal, or maybe if they fall behind, I think that could be vital, because, like I say, I think they'll need to get something positive tonight, and the fans have to play their part as well.
Be bold enough to offer a prediction?
I think if someone could sneak in maybe a 2-1 win, and then, you know, it's in the lap of the gods next week in Bergen, and see how they get on now.
Well, we'll be here with all the updates from Paisley.